Hello, viewers. Hello, my name is Saah Tommy, and this is Cassandra, the golden voice.
Hey.
What do you have for us today, Cassandra?
Well, I have a couple of poems. I have a nature poem. What? Everybody goes, oh no, not a nature poem. Hey, you Philistines. That's what we say in English to describe anyone who does not appreciate the finer things of life, poetry and art and such like. What do you mean, what's a such like? Stop it, I tell you. It's only a short poem. I do have longer ones if anybody's interested. Hey, stop that running for them there hills. Get back here. Get back in the instant. I'll give you two little short pieces. As the lengthening shadows of evening glide by, like a river of night flowing down from the sky. That's mine, all mine. And, wait, I must explain. Cricket, no, not the one with the battle of oil played between England and Australia. The other cricket, a small grasshopper-like insect which calls out in the grass as night falls. Do you know the little crickets? A sudden, near my tread when you're walking. Near my tread a cricket sings, a sudden silence as I pass. Then a silvery liquid trilling, the music of the grass. I thought that was rather good. Excuse me while I polish my fingernails. Oh, everybody goes, oh well. Now, my short nature poem, Elise, which is Welsh for snowdrop. A pretty name and a pretty meaning. I like to learn Welsh. Now for a romantic, here we go. Now for a romantic, hold everybody, wait a minute. Now for a romantic poem. All the guys are groaning. Oh no, not romantic. Hey, I do not write much. I don't write mushy sort. I don't write that sort of thing. I have been writing sad endings. You know, where they're madly in love, then he goes away, travels the world and comes back to find she's buried on some lonely hillside, dead from a broken heart. Look sweet on me. Look, to be really attracted to someone, to look sweet on. I got out of my Rosé's thesaurus. That's those two words, look sweet on, gave me the whole poem. I wrote a whole poem around that little phrase. Let me see, now what was I saying? Oh yes, he went away and she came back and she was pushing up daisies, as we say. You know, she's dead, she's pushing up daisies under the ground. Dead and gone. And his conscience wounds and his memory sears, listening to through a haze of regret and tears, to a haunting cry come through down the years. Look sweet on me, look sweet on me. Oh. Anyway, what did I say? Oh yes. And the worst one of all, she loved him, but he never even knew. She could not tell him, because it was set in the 1800s when a girl did not tell the man she loved him. But this was in the long ago, when girls could not their feelings show, but waited on the man to see, past dictates of propriety, what you could do in society. He's got to recognise and say to her, she can't tell him. Oh! And so she leaves, as she leaves him, a page is turned, devotion passing from his world, he never even knew. The long sad years in silence spent, the unvoiced, not spoken, words her sad lament, no souls for a heart that's broken, from words of love once thought not spoken. Forever, never, I did it on purpose that, forever, never to be spared, the anguish of love undeclared, unspoken. Oh, it took me 2 days to write, and for the next 2 days I felt nothing. It was like a cold interstellar wind, you know, between the stars, blowing through my solar plexus. I felt nothing. Oh, it was awful. For 2 days it was nothing because of that horrible set. He didn't even know she loved him. You know, the other ones at least they'd had something when he left. She didn't even know she loved him. I knew I could never write such a sad thing again. I was in the middle of another such poem. She leaves him to see the world. Then she returns about 15 years later. I don't want to be 107 when she comes back. The Chinese poet Li Po wrote in 900 AD or something, 1,000 years ago. Like the moon in the blue heavens, I am alone in my room. I have pulled down the shade and I am weeping. The shade, you know, the window shade. I have pulled down the shade and I am weeping. Weeping because you are far away and will never know how much I love you. Well, he had tears. All I had was a cold interstellar wind. Oh, all right, laugh, you fools. I thought that last would come out more serious. Boy, you can't even be dramatic these days. I mean, anybody can have tears. Oh, but a cold interstellar wind is nothing to laugh at, especially when it blows in my solar plexus. Oh my God. Now they're hysterical. Oh, stop laughing, stop what I say. Oh, anyway, Oh, I write what I want to write. It's called being a rugged individualist. All right, now this is the poem I was in the middle of writing when I knew I could not put another sad ending on. This is called Reunion. It means to come together again. Now, wait a minute. I'm going to find it first. Yeah, we have it. Now, wait a minute. Where are we? Where's it for Reunion? Now, are you all ready? Everyone says, now. Oh, now, let me see. Here we are. Set in the old sailing ship days. Blue sky, blue sea, the ocean breeze, but no loveliness this traveller sees. Neath the boom and toss of the wind-yard sail, you know, the old sailing ship, the boom and toss of the wind-yard sail, a woman standing by the rail. I thought that was rather good. A silent woman lost in thought, in a sorrow-stricken moment caught, a lonely figure against the sky, thinking of sweet days gone by, of a love she thought would never die, now recalling the heartbreaking words of goodbye. She stepped ashore. From all around, a press of people, surge of sound, yet one voice discerned above them all. The strolling minstrel, you know, the minstrel with the guitar, that graceful, tall, singing songs she loved in the long ago, that touched her heart and spirit so. Now I must explain. Think of those lovely Italian cities on the where are they? The Aegean. In the Mediterranean, you know, the ones that got the lovely big plaza and the big square and all the buildings coming down, and there's the harbour. There's the harbour. Yeah, just think of one of those. She's in the square, one of those lovely cities. Now she thinks she has the chance at last to resolve the phantoms of the past, the ghosts of the past, through melodies of sweet haunting refrain that she thought she would never hear again, bringing back to her the joy and the pain, as his silvery voice is raised in song, of that love she known and remembered so long, whom 1,000 ages past she had left, now her soul drifting, aimless, lost and bereft. Breath means alone, completely alone. She abandoned. She stands recalling with a sigh those dreamy days of love gone by, her yearning heart remembering well those memories of taste and smell, blossom-covered balconies on hot summer nights. A drinking, hang in. Marble colonnades that soar, awash in white moonlight, explosive bursts of laughter, of lovers having fun, fountains shimmering black and gold in the light of the setting sun, bronze sculptures glistening after rain, you know, bronze, the dark, the dark one, glistening after rain, bright images that cause her pain, sweet visions of what could not be, because she needed to be free to taste and to explore, all the things she'd never tried before, to do and act just as she pleased, in a world full of possibilities. I'm finished yet, one other drink. You just have to put it on hold for a minute. Yep. Right. Right, there. Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, sorry about that. Her thoughts keep returning to the one who'd been her moon, her stars, her sun. The ruddy-hued cheeks of his dark olive face, those gorgeous thick lashes that made her heart race. The way his head would tilt as she was whispering in his ear. The way he'd sometimes lean and kiss her as she wandered near. That way he'd sit one leg bent, foot drawn up against the fence, arms stiff beside him holding the rail. Lost in thought, this never failed to draw her tender, protective gaze. Such blissful moments filled their days. I rhyme good, don't I? She noticed him once in a while, staring at her with a smile. His cup of joy filled to the brim, for oh, she was the world to him. And he too was her all in all, so beautiful, so strong, so tall, yet with a gentle, tender heart. They'd vowed that they would never part. ... that means she opened her eyes, but how she had loved him so. Her thoughts slowly returned from the long ago. And then she saw, across the square, the man she once loved standing there. Of a sudden she was breathless with the shock. The whole world seemed to slow and stop. The one she loved before her at last. But dear God, so many years had passed. Stricken, she could only stare while a gentle breeze caressed her hair. Time had altered his handsome face, which was thinner now and lined and aged. And she noticed too with shocked surprise the haunting sorrow in his eyes. Hot tears sprung within her breast, such a rush of tenderness. Then, as though somehow he realised, he turned and looked into her eyes, staring at this stranger in the morn. Then slowly recognition dawned. He recognised, he saw who she was. But oh, her heart broke at the look in his eyes. A kind of childish wonder that life would be so kind, that he could bring her back to him. But the anguish of the past was now left far behind. The chapel bells were faintly ringing, to the music of her spirit singing, as they clung together in the square, in the dawn of hope and the ending of despair. Finished.
Thank you. That's wonderful. Right? You deserve a hot clap. Woo, Cassandra. Do you have anything to say to the fathers as today is Father's Day?
Oh, fathers. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, enjoy yourself. Don't drink too much beer. Okay. All right. I don't know. Well, let me see. Well, just enjoy yourself. Have plenty of salted peanuts with your beer. That'll make you big even more. Oh. Okay. Well, that's about it. I don't really know what to say. Enjoy it. Surrounded by your family and friends. Okay. There you go.
Okay, thank you, viewers. This is all what we have time for now.
All right.
Could you please join us on the next episode? Thank you. Follow us. Subscribe right now. Subscribe.
Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.